Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod my Uto Leolam Vaed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our Yah, the Lord is one. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. All praises to the Most High Yah.
If I should ever leave and wanna come home, please don't close the door on me.
Yes, Yah.
If I should go astray, I know your love comes someday. If I should ever leave,
Sound the chauffeur.
if I should go astray, I know your love comes If I should ever leave,
Don't close your door. Oh,
I should go astray.
and I know your love. I know your love.
If I should ever leave,
I know you will. Oh, if I should go, I know your love. If I should, I know your love. I know your love. Oh, if I should.
if I am you, if I go astray, if I
Sound the chauffeur. Never leave.
Oh, please don't close the door on me. And
What if I
should go astray,
I know your love will.
we hope
If I should, I wanna come home. I wanna come home. If I should go astray, I hear your love calling me. I hear your love calling me. Come back home. I know, I know. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. On the 6th day, we get up this morning seeking him first, the kingdom of the Most High Yah, and all his righteousness, knowing that all things shall be added unto us. Therefore, we come seeking, knocking, and asking on this day. Because this is the day. Oh, here's the 6th day, going into some sweet Sabbath rest on tonight, into his Shabbat Shalom. I'm talking about some sweet rest, because this is the day that the Most High Yah has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Aren't you so glad that he know more than we know? Aren't you glad that he know what's best for us? He is the author and finisher of our faith. Aren't you glad he know that 6 days we should labor and work, but on the 7th day we shall rest from all our work, because the 7th day is set apart from the Most High Yah, is sanctified, is holy, kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Aren't you glad that he said, on the 7th day, you shall rest from all your labor. You, your sons, your daughters, you shall rest from all your labor. I'm so glad that the Most High know better than us, honey, because I'm telling you right now, it's the 6th day and I'm ready to go into some sweet Sabbath rest. I don't know about anybody else. I'm ready to go into some sweet Sabbath rest. Waking up in Colorado, it's 5 degrees here. I'm ready to enter into some sweet Sabbath rest. So I'm thankful that on day 1, he woke me up. On day 2, he got it started. On day 3, I just kept pressing. On day 4, I kept thanking him for another day. On day 5, I was like, come on now, you giving me a reason, because I'm in expectation of what you're going to do. I'm expecting you to show up, Most High Yah. And on day 6, I'm like, oh, Lord, I know I'm going into some sweet Sabbath rest. I'm talking about I got an appointment. I don't know about anybody else, but I got an appointment with the Most High Yah. Now, you know, sometimes it's hard to get in for an appointment. You know, sometimes you need to go see a specialist and you got to wait. And so I love that the Most High Yah has appointed times and feast days. So I'm glad I have an appointment for him, or with him, a standing appointment every Sabbath. He just shows up and shows out and gives us a double portion as we continue to walk in his word. I'm thankful for this series that we just started, understanding the purpose and power of the man. I'm telling you right now, and I'm learning so much, y'all, that the way the Most High created us and the way the Most High would have us to walk in his principles. I'm talking about walking in his principles. See, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Most High's purpose. Come on now. He created us, made us for a purpose. It's the Most High's purpose that will prevail. Many are the plans. Now, you know, we done had some plans. We done had some plans. We done planned this. We done planned that. If we would just realize it's the Most High Yah's purpose that will prevail, that we would be humble and walk in the purpose of the Most High Yah. So understanding the power and purpose of the Most High Yah. I'm talking about his purpose. I ain't talking about, you know, just us being created man, this spirit man on the inside. Because see, spirits don't have gender. It's the spirit man that's speaking to you this morning. Boker Toe, grand rising to you, Queen Adrian, to you, King Reynard. I'm just thankful for the Most High and what he's doing in our life. He's teaching us. He's teaching us. He's teaching us. And I know some folks are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day. Ain't that something? They getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, you know, Valentine's Day is the day they say that's for lovers, but that's a lie. It's a pagan idolatry worship, another pagan holiday, you know, giving out candy and flowers and nice dinners. Thank the Most High Yah for quarantine. Some folks going to have some sense and stay at home. But, you know, they still going to be fixing steak and, you know, all those things and playing a little John, you know, Coltrane in the background. Come on now, you know they're going to be setting the mood, but they don't know the purpose for relationships. And if you don't know the purpose of relationships, you're going to get caught up on Valentine's Day. You're going to get all caught up on Valentine's Day. Because I remember I used to get so mad if I ain't got some flowers and candy and all dressed up, going out to a nice dinner, got my Johnny Gill playing, put on your red dress, you know, in them high heels. You know, I was getting ready to go out for Valentine's Day. But I'm so glad I know better, that the Most High Yah would not have us to celebrate these pagan holidays. So one thing I was reading up about Valentine's Day, you know, I already knew it was based on pagan idolatry worship, but they said that they would sacrifice a goat and a dog. The dog was for purification. What? They would sacrifice a goat and a dog, and then they would take the tail of the goat and dip it in blood. And then they would run around the streets slapping women on their behind with the blood. But the women was excited about getting slapped on the behind with the blood, because they was like, oh, that means I'm gonna get to be fertile, real fertile. So then they would put the women's names in a little box, and they would draw out the names, and then they would link up with them women. They would have a good old orgy for a year. Yeah, but that ain't the way the Most High made relationships to happen. So don't y'all get caught up on Valentine's Day, you know, trying to slap somebody on the behind. And, you know, Most High, like, we ain't for that for no Valentine's Day. You understand? We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I know some of y'all got y'all red on today. I know it. Got your red dress on, like, it's Valentine's Day. You know, we're going to have to hurry and make that reservation, because it's only 25% capacity for restaurants because of COVID. Y'all better not be going out there celebrating no doggone Valentine's Day. No Valentine's Day candy, all that kind of stuff. Don't be out there celebrating no Valentine's Day. Now, I'm going to tell you, I take advantage of these pagan holidays now. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. All that candy going to be 50% off. Jay going to be the first one there. You know she love a Reese cup, chap. She going to be the first one there. I'm going to get all the candy after Valentine's Day, because it's going to all be 50% off. You get your best deals then, child. Yes. So we're talking about the Most High Yah's purpose. Because if y'all thought some of the things we celebrate, the origins of this thing, y'all need to go look it up and do some research. I'm like, wow, we've been celebrating this thing for years, and it was just traditions. It's the traditions of men, and the traditions of men to get your butt whooped. Yeah, so you don't want to be walking in the traditions of men. You want to walk in the commandments, the principles, the statutes of the Most High Yah. You want to study his word like never before. You want to get an understanding. You want to comprehend his word. You want to know what the purpose is for your life. Because if you don't, you're wasting time. We're finding out we're wasting so much time. I was talking to an old girlfriend of mine last night, Queen Sherry, and we just realized how much time we have wasted in relationships. 15 years of my life, that's a long time to just be wasting time. And like talking with her, she was like, and we knew we were wasting time. And so now we don't have no more time to waste. We got to learn these principles from the Most High Yah and walk it out. We don't have no more time to waste. Some of us are headed towards 60. Don't act like you not. Some of us are well seasoned into the 50s. I'm talking about 58.
Stop.
Well off into the 50s. I'm talking about 59. Some of us about to turn 60. We ought to be tired of ourselves. You know, doing the same old thing. Somebody said, if you do the same thing and you expect a different result, you're kind of crazy. Insane. So, I mean, some of us already in our 60s, kings. Wasting time. You're wasting time. And then I was, having a conversation, even with King Stefan, saying, you ain't trying to be by yourself for the rest of your life now. I mean, I know we getting up there, but we ain't trying to be by ourselves for the rest of our lives. But if you're not in position and you don't know the person, somebody praying for a husband right now. Oh, Most High, y'all, send me a husband. Oh, Most High, y'all, I'm just tired of being by myself. Somebody praying for a husband right now and don't bit more know how to treat the Most High, y'all.
Oh, Father.
He's your husband first, Eve. Mm-hmm. You don't even know how to treat the Most High Yah. You can't even be consistent in your relationship with the Most High Yah. Why he gonna send you a husband? And some of you kings out there praying for a wife. Oh, Most High, I just need a wife. You ain't in position at all, king. What you gonna do? Ooh. You can't provide for it. There's nothing you can do. How you gonna take care of a wife? Hello, somebody. Now, we've been walking through this series. Now, don't get like quiet now on me. We've been walking through this series of understanding the purpose and power of the woman. That came first, remember? Mm-hmm. And the first thing that the Most High Yah gave Adam was work. Mm-hmm. Now, some of y'all ain't working. Mm-hmm. It ain't because of coronavirus. You just ain't working. Ooh. So he ain't going to send you no wife. And so now we're in understanding the purpose and power of the man. Come on, man. You got to know your position. Not your role. Mm-hmm. Notice how I said not your role. Mm-hmm. Because we're playing different roles now than our mama and daddies back in the day. Daddy was just the breadwinner bringing the food home, and mama was in, having the babies, keeping the house. But now we both working. So there's a different role and we can help one another. But kings, now don't be thinking y'all going to just be sitting up playing video games all day. That's a kid. That's a big old kid, a grown kid. So we talking about relationships, and we talking about the purpose of relationships. And so we got to get serious about it. Y'all praying for husband and wife, and you ain't even, no, you ain't ready. You are not ready for no wife. What you going to do with her? Stress her out? You going to give her something that she going to multiply? You going to give her so much frustration that she going to give you so much hell. Remember, whatever you give a woman, she'll multiply it. Oh, wow. Where you at, kings, this morning? I hear you. Where you at? Where you at? Queens? You ain't doing what you're supposed to do, sister. Talking about you just want somebody to take care of you. Oh, it's more than that, queen. It's more than that. Ain't nobody gonna just take care of you with your grown self. Grow up. Okay. For real. You're gonna have to be responsible, and we're gonna hold you accountable for all your actions. You ready for that? We're talking about the purpose and power of the man, by the way. It's about relationships. Just in case y'all didn't know, if you just tuned into 5 a.m. prayer, subscribe, because you're going to need to walk through this relationship series. Because we want to know what not to do. Yeah. Before we get married. Yeah. And some of us, we just don't know what to do. So we got to know what to do. Okay. So the Most High Yah has principles, he has standards, he has statutes, he has commandments. Therefore, where was Adam found? He was found in the presence of the Most High Yah. Now, how many of your men are in the presence of the Most High Yah constantly? Whoop. I'll wait. Let me put my glasses on so I can see who is in the presence of the Most High constantly. All right, come on, kings, where y'all at? We got 8 people on here. I know it ain't no 8 women. I know I saw King Stefan. I know I seen King Reynard. What king is in the presence of the Most High Yah constantly? Ooh. Okay, so if you're not, he's not sending you no wife. That's not going to happen. So you got to start studying. You got to start studying. Study to show thyself approved, a workman not needing to be ashamed, rightly dividing word of truth. He gave the word to Adam first. Now, where you at, Adam? Now, he done sent the second Adam to set things back up in order, and you still ain't seeking the Most High Yah. He gave the word to the man first. The man should know more than the woman. He should pray harder than the woman. He should know that scripture. He should know that word. He should be feeding Eve. He is the provider. Can you provide her with some word, brother? Ooh, they kind of quiet this morning. Come on in here, Queen Doreen. They kind of quiet. Y'all thinking about it? You thinking about it, kings? Oh, maybe you just not ready. You're not ready for a wife. You just want one. Sometimes folks just want things. You know, you see stuff, be like, oh, that looks so good. I want it. But you don't know what to do with it. And if you don't know a purpose of a thing, like Eve, you will abuse her. You will misuse her. Where the men go? I don't hear not one king talking right now. I know y'all here. I know y'all are here. Queen Adrian, where the kings go? Queen Doreen, I know we got some kings up in here. Where did they go? Well, tell it. You know I'm going to tell it, Doreen. Well. So that's where Adam was found, in the presence of the Most High Yah. So we talking about we want relationships, and we ain't bit more ready for no relationship. We're not. They reading, Dr. J. Okay, Queen Adrian, I'll take that one. They reading the word right now. They studying. Okay. We got to know this word, y'all. We are in a time where you got to know this word. You can't be playing with the word, not right now, because we're going to know you don't know that word, King. Come on now. Come on, King. Come on, King. We're going to know you don't know that word. Not that we're judging you. We just want you to study too. Okay. Now we're coming up on a new year real soon here. March the 14th. We're coming up on a new year. And so we got to know where we are.
There go, man.
What do you say? Oh, Father help. Okay, here we go. Well, hold on. I clean my glasses for this one. I have taken care of a wife and raised the children by myself and know my worth, not to just settle and constantly focus on being a better me and not a weak me. Okay, then, King Raynard. That's what I'm talking about, King. You got it together. So you in the presence of the Most High Yah. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. He said, look, I done did those things, sister. Who you talking to? I know you ain't talking to me. All right. I love a testimony, child. You gave your testimony. I love a testimony, child. I was the first one up at testimony service. Thank you, Most High, for King Raynard's testimony. And that, you know, you are in the presence of the Most High Yah. You are seeking him.
Yes.
Awesome. Just awesome. Okay. Thank you, Most High Yah. I love some 5 a.m. prayer, because we are the realest folks you're going to ever meet.
Yes.
We're going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, the Most High Yah.
Boom.
So King Raynard, you walk through some things. You know, you got some wisdom, brother. You done walk through some things, King. So I honor you. I do. I honor you. And for the loss and walking through, you know, losing your wife and raising your children by yourself. I honor you, King. Awesome. And don't you settle for nothing less than what you are, King Raynard. Don't settle for child, because some folks out here want you to just settle. We can work it out together once we get together. No, we can't.
No.
That's what we're not going to do. There's a pre. There's a pre before we get to the I do. There is a pre. So if you just want to work it out, we're going to get a prenup agreement. So I'm just thankful for the Most High. He just keeps teaching us. And right now, the Most High, if you notice, he's stretching us. Have you noticed that? He's like stretching us. If you're not studying, you don't understand what I'm saying right now. Because the Most High Yah is causing us to seek him like never before. And he just stretching us in the word. You be like this, okay, Most High. All right, I get it. But right now, we're in a season of being stretched. And when you're being stretched like that, you better know the word. You better know it. And you better know it for yourself. Because, see, the word says the very elect will be deceived. There's all folks out there calling themselves this and that and nothing, whatever. And they ain't bit more this and that and whatever. They calling themselves that. So you watch out from folks that done called themselves. because you got some of them out there, and they look real nice. They got a, what you call it? A form of godliness. That's what they got. They all dressed up. They got a form of godliness, kind of like a sheep in wolf's clothing. You meet somebody and you think that's them, and all of a sudden the wolf come out. You be like, hold on, where the sheep at? What happened? So the real them come out. So you guys use discernment. Be careful. We're still unmasking this spirit of Jezebel. That's tomorrow at noon. Don't forget, Mountain Standard Time. We still unmasking the spirit of Jezebel. She ain't gone nowhere, y'all. No. And she masks herself in different ways. She masks herself in insecurity, rejection, deception, manipulation. Be careful. And a lot of times y'all think y'all not manipulating folks, but you do it real subtle. If you love me, you would. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll do it myself. You just manipulating your little self out. There's levels to manipulation. Now, you ain't got to be a full-blown devil like Jezebel, but you could be, in the beginning stage of them. You in training. You a little Hasatan in training. Oh, Father. You manipulating folks. Oh, well, don't even worry about it. I'll do it myself. Knowing good well you ain't got no intention of doing yourself. The person like, oh, no, I got it. Oh, really? Okay, thank you. Ooh, manipulation. Real subtle. There's subtle manipulation. Don't be thinking you ain't manipulating folks, because you do. And some of us manipulate our children. Huh? Yeah, we manipulate our children. Be like this. Now, see, I knew. I should have just did this myself. Ooh, because I knew you weren't going to do it right. Well, give me another chance. Okay, go ahead. Manipulation. You a little Hasatani training. Y'all better be careful, because y'all be manipulating people. Be very careful. And y'all be lying. Come on now. We got to cut out this lying. Y'all be like, I am not a liar. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. When you don't want to talk to somebody, just tell them you don't want to talk. Don't be like, oh, shoot, I got to go. You don't want to talk to somebody, just say, girl, we done talked, long enough. I got to go, child. I'll call you tomorrow. But instead of us like, huh? What you say? Huh? Oh, girl, I got to go. Yeah, girl, bye. Ain't nobody said nothing to myself, huh? What you say? We lying over them small things now, little Hasatans of training. We lying over small things. We're going to lie over some big stuff. Ooh. That's why I said, just don't do it. And I'm not saying ain't nobody perfect. Remember, we talked about decisions last Friday, entering into Sabbath, the 6th day. We talked about this last week. Ain't nobody perfect. There is nobody perfect. There was only one who was perfect. That was Yahushua. So we're not talking about you being perfect, because you're not. Okay. What we are talking about is that you do things, you make a decision to lie. I lay before you life and death, blessings and curses, choose life. You choosing death because you made a decision to lie. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example, Chad. Oh, wow. I don't know, though. I don't know my safe. No, we might be on here. Oh, anyway. Yeah, sometimes we tell these small little lies, child, and they're going to come out. That's the worst thing you could do, is lie to somebody. And somebody that's trusting you. You in a place where folks should be able to trust you. You just be lying. I mean, for no reason. You be like this. And some folks, when they lying, you be like this. Now, I know you're lying, right? I know you're lying. So we got to, make an effort to walk in the Torah. Mm-hmm. Some folks say it's like the Torah is like shooting the arrow. You don't want to miss the mark. Mm-hmm. And so we have to constantly check ourselves. Are you checking yourself during this relationship series? Yeah. Because you should be getting yourself together. Yeah. Don't be trying to get nobody else together. That's our problem. We be trying to get everybody else together but ourselves. Ooh. Well, he don't do this and he don't do that. What you do? Huh? And he don't say this and what you say? Ooh. We quick to do that. And Kings too, she don't do this and she don't do that and she don't do this. What you doing, King? Huh? What you doing? And she don't act like this and what you doing, King? Do you know the purpose? Do you understand the purpose and power of the woman?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you understood that, then you would know how to treat a queen. And right now we're in the purpose and power of the man. And so we're walking an understanding of men and how men are. Right? So we know how men process. We learned that with the women. And I hope y'all taking a lot of notes, because it's important that this information that's going out, and we know information, knowledge is information. So we're giving out all this information, all this knowledge. Are you taking notes?
Yeah.
Because you should have your pen and paper out taking notes. And number 2, we're going to move on to comprehension, which is understanding. We're going to understand this thing. We're going to get it right this time. We're going to get it right. And then number 3, application, wisdom. Maybe now you may be able to propose to somebody, because now you know how to be and walk in purpose. And so that's what we're talking about today. And I'm thankful for the Most High Yah, what he's doing in our lives every single day. I'm thankful to the Most High Yah that he's keeping us through a pandemic. No matter what, we ain't missed a meal or a bill. We covered. We shelter in place. We at home. We with our children, and the Most High Yah is still blessing us. I mean, he's opening the windows of heaven and just pouring us out a blessing that we don't have room to receive. He goes before us and make every crooked place straight. He opening doors that no man can shut and shutting doors that no man can open. I don't know about anybody else, but he is providing for me.
Yeah.
He is my provider, and I'm thankful. Even though 30 years now he called me into doing a daycare. Daycare is not my provision. The Most High Yah told me to do daycare, so I'm going to always be provided for. So therefore, he's keeping us from sickness. None of us have got COVID-19. Thank you, Most High Yah. I ain't not got to knock on no wood. I'm trusting in the Most High Yah. I wish I would knock on some wood. Oh, knock on wood. Ain't nobody knocking on no wood.
Amen.
Even though my son, got COVID, he's fine. Thank you, Most High Yah. He's back to working and he's doing all right. I'm just thankful for this season that he's keeping us in. Financially, he's keeping us. I can count on him like we can count, and teaching us how to number our days. I'm counting on the Most High. Yeah, you understand me? About to go into this new year, March 14th. Excited to bring in a new year and start these spring feast days. And then we're going to go into Passover. Then we're going to go into the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Come on now. We're going to go on up to Shabbat for a great outpouring of the Holy Spirit. I'm talking about, I love the spring feast. So we're about to walk through all these feast days. So it's time for preparation. It is time for preparation. Because the Most High Yah has appointed times and he has feast days. And you need to know the difference between the two. And Pastor Davis is breaking it down, and we're working on the calendar together, and I'm excited about it. And we're going to walk through these feast days together.
Yeah.
So it's preparation time. Get prepared. You're like the bride getting ready for the groom. You should be anyway. You're like the bride preparing yourself for the groom. You don't want to be found with no oil in your lamp and the bridegroom come and say, hey, the bridegroom is here. It's time to go in. You looking like, oh, hold up, wait. I don't have enough oil in my lamp. Well, sorry. Boop, door closed. And y'all knocking on the door. Let me in. Oh, I never knew you. Depart from me.
Ooh.
You who work iniquity. So therefore, we have to be ready for what the Most High Yah has for us. And so I am thankful, and I cannot thank him enough. It doesn't matter what this modern day Babylon is doing. The Most High Yah is king. Okay. It don't matter. Impeach that man, well, whoever his name is, Orange Boy, him. Yeah, whatever. He gone anyway. Impeach him, do what you need to do. But we are in a kingdom, and we need to understand that, what it means to be in a kingdom. The king, the keys, and the kingdom. I don't have to do that teaching again because it just popped up in my spirit. You got to know who you are. You really do. You're in this world, but you're not of this world. You have to know who you are. So come on, kings, come on in here this morning. You got your coffee or tea or whatever you drinking this morning, and you ready for a visitation with the Most High Yah, manifestation of his word? I'm ready for manifestation. Come on, Most High, rain down manna on us right now. Because when the children of Israel got up every day, you told them to pick up just enough manna. So I'm ready for the bread that would fall from heaven. Bread of heaven, bread of heaven. Feed us this morning till we want no more. I want to be like David. My cup runneth over. Woo, Most High. I come lifting up everyone on YouTube live this morning. The ones that are listening live and the ones that will listen later. Give them an ear to hear as you pour out your Ruach HaKodesh on us this morning. We know that it's not by power nor by might, but it's by your Ruach, your spirit. The word says there will come a day where the spirit of the Most High Yah is looking for the true worshipers. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. You said you left us with the comforter. The comforter would lead and guide us into all truth. So we ask the Holy Spirit right now to intervene on our behalf as we call on the messenger Michael to war in the atmosphere, as we call on Raphael to bring healing in this land, to go through every hospital door, to heal everybody that's suffering from COVID. We ask Raphael to bring complete healing. Right now, we ask Uriel to light up every dark area that we may see, because we know that your word is a light unto our path and a lamp unto our feet. We thank you right now for all that you're doing in our lives. We ask Gabriel to bring a message that would manifest revelation of your word, that will take us deeper and deeper into the knowledge of the Most High Yah, giving us knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. We thank you right now for a visitation. We thank you that we know that we can stand on your word from Genesis to Revelation, because heaven and earth shall pass away, but your word shall stand forever. And having done all we can, we will stand on your word. We are not worried about the things of this world. You told us don't even worry about tomorrow. So I thank you right now that we're casting down vain imaginations that exalt itself against the knowledge of the Most High Yah. We thank you right now that we're laying aside every weight that so easily beset us. We thank you right now that we're walking by faith and not by sight, because we know that you gave us principles and statutes and judge and commandments that we could stand on, that no matter what, if we apply them to our life, that they will work. It will bring us out of darkness into your marvelous light. We're not worried about the enemy, because you prepare a table in the presence of our enemies. 1,000 may fall at our right side, 10,000 at our left, but 9 shall come near us, because you did not give us a spirit. Come on, Ruach. You did not give us a spirit of fear, not by might nor by power, but it's by your spirit. And if we would just come into understanding right now that you did not give us a spirit of fear. Decrease me as you give the increase. I'm not sufficient of myself. When I open my mouth this morning, let me articulate my words for understanding to come forth and for knowledge to make an application. Giving you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And it's in the mighty, mighty name of Yahushua I pray. All praises to the Most High Yah. All praises to the Most High Yah. The word says, if 2 or 3 gather together in his name, that he would be in the midst. Ooh, come on now. The word says, if 2 touch and agree on anything, it shall be done. And I know I can't do nothing this morning without this word being established through the law, the prophets, and the writings. So the method style of study, it is a process. Go hit that heat. For studying the word of Ahia, Asha, Ahia, which is I am, that I am in Hebrew, the great I am, the Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we seek his guidance and live in a kingdom lifestyle. The Torah is the Most High Yah's teachings and instructions and 613 principles. It's where the Creator speaks, mother. And then we search the witnesses in the books of the prophets, the Nevi'im, and the books of the writings, the Ketuvim, collectively the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. or identified as the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament's proper title. And it's the only book that Yahushua studied in reference throughout the New Testament. Today, we look to the word leader, Hebrews number 5057, Nagab. Leader, ruler, captain, prince, excellent thing, chief, governor, leader, noble, prince, chief, ruler. The Torah testifies, the prophets proclaim. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 4. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people. The writings bear witness. 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 21. And the Most High sent a messenger, which cut off all the mighty. Which cut off all the mighty men of valor and the leaders and the captains in the camp of the king of Assyria. So he returned with shame of face to his own land. And when he was come into the house of his God, little God, they that come forth of his own bowels slew him there with a sword. We have completed the method style of study this morning, reviewing leader. First, we recognize the standard set in the Torah and 613 principles. Then we search the witnesses in the books of the prophets, the Nevi'im, and the books of the writings, the Ketuvim. Collectively, the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim, or identified as the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament's proper title, and is the only book that Yahushua studied in reference throughout the New Testament. 5 a.m. prayer. The Most High Yah established the man as leader of the household. It is time that kings begin to operate in the purpose that the Most High Yah has given them and lead the woman and children the way the Most High has directed them. 1 Chronicles chapter 13, verse 1. And David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds, and with every leader. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be unto you, 5 a.m. prayer community. When we are restored to operate as he crafted us in the garden, in his image and likeness, that is our full return to our spirit of leadership, whether we are male or female. So now, are you ready for the word of Yah, the father of Abraham, the father of Isaac, the father of Jacob? Are you ready for the word of Yah, the father of Abraham, the father of Isaac, the father of Jacob? This morning, we are coming out of Genesis chapter 1, Bereshit in Hebrew, our foundational scripture for this series on men. Genesis chapter 1 in its entirety, and it reads, in the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Yah moved upon the face of the waters. And Yah said, let there be light. And there was light. And Yah saw the light that it was good. And Yah divided the light from the darkness. And Yah called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And Yah said, let there be a fragment in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And Yah made the fragments and divided the waters which were under the fragments from the waters which were above the fragments. And it was so. And Yah called the fragments heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And Yah said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And Yah called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And Yah saw that it was good. And Yah said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And Yah saw that it was good. In the evening, in the morning were the third day. And Yah said, let there be lights in the fragments of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, and let them be for lights in the fragments of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Yah made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And Yah set them in the fragments of heaven to give light upon the earth and to rule over the day and over the night and to divide the light from the darkness. Yah saw that it was good. In the evening and the morning was the fourth day, Yahushua. And Yah said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that have life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open fragment of heaven. And Yah created great whales and every living creature that moveth, and the water brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And Yah saw that it was good. And Yah said, and Yah blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And Yah said, let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And Yah made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And Yah saw that it was good. And Yah said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created he him, male and female created he them. And Yah blessed them. And Yah said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over everything that moveth upon the earth. And Yah said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And Yah saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. May the Most High Yah add a blessing to the reading and hearing of his most holy word. Yah's purpose for the male. Come on, kings. Come on, kings. Yah's purpose for the male. Yah designed and equipped the male to carry out every purpose and function he has been given. Say it again, just in case you don't know your purpose, man. Yah's purpose for the male. Yah designed and equipped the male to carry out every purpose and function he has been given. Many men are still wondering why they exist. What you say? Many men are still wondering why they exist. Yet the creator of man did not leave us guessing about who the male is supposed to be and what he is designed to do. In this teaching, we are going to explore Yah's original intentions for men so that there's no more worry, no more guessing as to their reason for being. We turn again to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. For the vital truth, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Most High's purpose that prevails. Many are our opinions of what a man should be. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Most High's purpose that prevails. Many are our opinions of what a man should be, but the Most High's purpose It's the only one that counts. And this purpose is the key to our fulfillment. What we will be looking at is the male's idea purpose. This is not where we are right now. Yet Yah's idea is what we should be moving towards. And by his grace, we will. The creation of the male man. We first need to remember that Yah creates according to the requirements of his purpose. Come on, men. Come on, kings. The creation of the male man. We first need to remember that Yah creates according to the requirements of his purposes. In previous teachings, we learned that Yah desired. In previous teachings, we learned that Yah desired to dominate and influence the planet through mankind. And so he created man, spirit, in his image, and then placed the man in two physical houses, male and female. So Yah created man in his own image, and the image of Yah, he created him, male and female. He created them, according to Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. I would like to point out here that since the spirit man dwells in both male and female, we may refer to the male as a male man and the female as a female man. Come on and go with me now. This will remind us that men and women are both man. Say it again. This will remind us that men and women are both man. The distinctions between men and women are physical and functional rather than of their essence. The purpose of man, the spirit, and the purpose of the male are two different things. Although they are related, man was created in Yah's image for the purpose we discussed in the previous teaching. Male was made to serve the needs of man on earth and to enable him to fulfill his purpose. Genesis chapter 2 gives us a more detailed explanation of the manner in which Yah made male and female. First, he formed the male. The Most High Yah formed the man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils. Come on now. The breath of life. And man became a living soul, according to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. The male was made first, and there was an interlude of time before the female was made. The male was made first, and there was an interlude of time before the female was made. There is much we can learn about Yah's purposes for the male by what the male saw, heard, and learned during this interlude. Ooh, come on now. There is much we can learn about Yah's purposes for the male by what the male saw, heard, and learned during this interlude. Remember that the purpose of something determines its nature, its design, and its features. This means that the nature, design, and qualities of males were decided upon by Yah and created by him according to what he determined was best for the sake of his purposes. Elements of the male's purpose. What you say? Elements of the male's purpose. The purpose of the male may be summed up as his priority, his position, and his assignment. What you say? The purpose of the male may be summed up as his priority, his position, and his assignment. Priority refers to the man's order in creation and what this means in regard to his reason for being. Position refers to the environment and place in which the man is to carry out his purpose. Assignment means the functions or tasks that the man has been given. So, number one, let's talk about the male's priority. Come on now, come on now. So, number one, we're talking about the elements of the man. The male's priority. Number one, the order in which the male was created gives us the first indication of his reason for being. What you say? The order in which the male was created gives us the first indication of his reason for being. Why did Yah make the male first? It was not because the male was better, but because of his purpose. Oh, this is good. Why did Yah make the male first? It was not because the male was better, but because of his purpose. When you think about it, Yah really made only one human being. When you think about it, Yah really only made one human being. When he created the female, he didn't go back to the soil, but he fashioned her from the side of the man. You better see Genesis chapter 2, verse 21 through 23. Only the male came directly from the earth. Say it again, Dr. J. Only the male came directly from the earth. This was because the male was designed by Yah to be the foundation of the human family. Only the male came directly from the earth. This was because the male was designed by Yah to be the foundation of the family. The woman came out of the man rather than the earth because she was designed to rest on the man, to have the male as her support. Y'all better come on in here this morning. The woman came out of the man rather than the earth because she was designed to rest on the man, to have the male as her support. I believe that the foundation of society, the infrastructure Yah intended for this world, has been misunderstood. I believe that the foundation of society, the infrastructure of Yah that he intended for this world, has been misunderstood. We often say that the family is the foundation of society. It is very true that the family is the adhesive that holds it together, yet Yah did not start to build earthly societies with a family. He began with one person. He began it with the male man. Come on in here. Remember our discussion of the principles of purpose in the past teaching. Because Yah is a Yah of purpose, he planned everything before he began to create, so that when he started digging the foundation, he knew exactly what he wanted and what the completed picture would look like. But he had to start with the foundation. Have you ever seen a contractor of have you ever seen a contractor build a house starting with the roof? Have you ever seen a contractor build a house starting with the roof? Have you ever seen a guy walk into an empty lot and hold up a window in the air trying to get it to stay? You don't start with the windows. You don't start with the roof. You don't start with the rafters. Likewise, Yah starts like any other builder, the priority in building is always what you need to do first. You start with the foundation. Yah's communication to man in the Bible indicates the importance he places on building from the foundation up. See, we got it backwards. Come on now. Yah communication to man in the Bible indicates the importance he places on building from the foundation up. We were taught from the bottom, from top to bottom, but it's from the bottom up. The man is at the bottom, builds up, not the man being on top and then go down. The man is the foundation. So what did Yahushua describe as our foremost priority? What you say? What did Yahushua describe as our foremost priority? What we're building on. You better see Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 through 27. He said, in effect, now, some of you are building on sand. Your building looks good. But I don't care how good your building looks. If your foundation isn't right, there's going to be a great crash. Come on now. Come on in here, kings. Yeshua said, your building looks good. But I don't care how good your building looks. If your foundation isn't right, there's going to be a great crash. Paul said, no one can lay any spiritual foundation other than the one already laid. Y'all don't even get that, do you? As y'all threw out the Old Testament. Paul said, no one can lay any spiritual foundation other than the one already laid. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 11. What, or rather, who is that foundation? Yahushua HaMashiach, according to verse 11 in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. So Yah does not think of foundations in terms of only concrete and water, but also in terms of people. That is why when Yah began to build the human race, he began by laying the foundation of the male. That is why when Yah began to build the human race, he began by laying the foundation of the male. Yah placed males at the bottom of the entire building of humanity. Say it again, Dr. J. Yah placed males, kings, at the bottom of the entire building of humanity. If the males don't learn what it means to be a strong foundation in Yah, then society is sunk. Say it again. This means that society is only as strong as its males. If the males don't learn what it means to be a strong foundation in Yah, then society is sunk. That goes for America, Canada, Russia, China, all the nations of the world. If the male leaves the home, or if he neglects his responsibility, you have a house built on sand. What you say? If the male leaves the home, or if he neglects his responsibility, you have a house built on sand. It becomes very difficult for those windows to stay intact. The rafters rock when the pressures come because the man isn't there. You children of divorce know what I'm talking about. Come on, Most High Yah. You children of divorce know what I'm talking about. Your mother was a single parent and had to struggle so that you weren't sure what was going to happen to the family. Of course, you are grateful to your mother. You really appreciate what she did. And you thank Yah that she weathered the storm and got through life. She did well. However, you all suffered the trauma of a missing foundation. What you say? However, you all suffered the trauma of a missing foundation. When the male man has cracks and faults in the structure of his life, then the whole building is on shaky ground. Come on, men, listen up this morning. When the male man has cracks and faults in the substructure of his life, then the whole building is on shaky ground. Now, men, let's talk. What you say? Now, men, let's talk. This is the year you must decide to get yourself on solid ground. For as the man goes, so goes the family, society, and the world. Now, men, let's talk. This is the year you must decide to get yourself on solid ground. For as the man goes, so goes the family, society, and the world. Take a look at the condition of our societies and nations. How do you think the men are doing? Our societies are in a mess because as the foundation, men have become sandy, uncertain, and unstable. How can you build a human race on a foundation that is full of sand mixed with straw? A foundation is always measured by how much weight can be placed on it. Say it again, Dr. J. A foundation is always measured by how much weight can be placed on it. When I was building my house, the architect, the contractor, were discussing all these figures. And I got confused. I was sitting there acting as if I knew what they were talking about. They were saying things like, how much weight can the foundation hold? I said, concrete is concrete. But no, I found out that they had to calculate things like the height of the house, how many stories it would have, and what the roof would weigh when it was finished. They had to check all things before they even started the foundation. Why? Because if there are 20 tons weighing on the foundation, they have to put enough reinforced steel so that when the weight sits on it, it doesn't crack. The foundation has to have the first priority because everything else will be built on it. Again, when Yah made the male first, he wasn't saying that the male is more important than the female. He was saying that the male has a specific responsibility. He has a purpose to fulfill that is just like the foundation. Even though the foundation is important, it's not more important than the other parts of the building. The foundation can't perform all the functions itself. For example, It cannot protect the occupants from the weather. You can walk around saying, I have a $500,000 foundation here. Isn't that nice? Solid concrete. But then the rain comes. The foundation can't keep you dry. Only the roof can. It's the same way with human family. The foundation is crucial, but the rest of the family is essential also. Remember that the foundation is often hidden. Woo-hoo! This is good. Remember that the foundation is often hidden. I don't see the foundation of my house anymore. Even though I was involved in the discussion about it and watched it being dug and poured, I know it's there because I saw it put in. Today, I walk on the foundation all the time, but I never see it. Today, I walk on the foundation all the time, but I never see it. The foundation is meant to be solid, dependable, but not necessarily seen. What you say? The foundation is meant to be solid, dependable, but not necessarily seen. Many of you men need to live like the foundation you were created to be. Just be there and keep the home steady so that your wife and children can always lean on you and know that you aren't going to crack. What you say? Many of you men need to live like the foundation you were created to be. Just be there and keep the home steady so that your wife and children can always lean on you and know that you aren't going to crack. Many young boys with absentee fathers, men who are missing either physically or emotionally, are walking in mud instead of concrete. Kings, many young boys with absentee fathers, men who are missing either physically or emotionally, are walking in mud instead of on concrete. These young boys are trying to find a foundation for their lives, but there's mud all over them because there's just no place where they can stand on solid ground. Their foundations are missing. Their foundations are missing. Then when they grow up, they will go out and try to become foundations themselves. The only problem is they were never shown what a true foundation is. I once heard the statement, a young boy becomes a man when his father tells him he's a man. What you say? What you say? I once heard the statement, a young boy becomes a man when his father tells him he's a man. Many young boys never had a father to tell them who they are. The purpose of the male man is to give foundation to the structure of life. I'm praying that Yah will raise up some strong foundational men. Come on in here. I'm praying that Yah will raise up some strong foundational men, men who will stand by their wives and stand by their children and be there as a stabilizer. You better come on in here, Holy Spirit. I'm praying that Yah will raise up some strong foundational men, men who will stand by their wives and stand with their children and be there as a stabilizer Men whose families will feel secure in their strength. It doesn't matter what your father was. You can be a strong foundation by becoming the man of Yah created you to be. It doesn't matter what your father was. You can be a strong foundation by becoming the man Yah created you to be. I was speaking about this topic recently, and a young man said to me, but you don't understand the history of the Afro-Caribbean man. I inherited my granddaddy and my great granddaddy legacy, you know. I said, hold it right there. Whenever a negative history predicts your future, your present is in trouble. I said, hold it right there. Whenever a negative history predicts your future, your present is in trouble. Don't come and tell me that you have to repeat your history. What men are about is creating history. Don't come and tell me that you have to repeat your history. What men are about is creating history. You need to create a new history for all our children's children. And then I told him, it doesn't matter who your grandfather was. The important issue is what your grandchildren are going to say about you. Solomon said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Y'all better wake up this morning. Solomon said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, according to Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22. I like that. A good man doesn't think about the past. He thinks about the future. What you say? A good man, come on, Angelica, doesn't think about the past. He thinks about the future. A good man doesn't leave an inheritance of just money and land. That's not the only inheritance Solomon was talking about. He was talking about a heritage, something to stand on, something to lean on throughout life. Maybe when you were growing up, your father left when things got tough. You think you need to do the same thing now that you have a family. Maybe, what? Maybe when you were growing up, your father left when things got tough. You think you need to do the same thing now that you have a family. Let me tell you, if you have a little boy and you leave, you'll teach him the same thing your father taught you. It doesn't stop. It causes a perpetual cycle of destruction. We have to stop this cycle by getting back to Yah's manual and getting on course again. Maybe when you were growing up, your father left when things got tough. You think you need to do the same thing now that you have a family. Let me tell you, if you have a little boy and you leave, you'll teach him the same thing your father taught you. It doesn't stop. It causes a perpetual cycle of destruction. We have to stop this cycle by getting back to Yah's manual and getting on course again. All praises to the Most High Yah. All praises to the Most High Yah. I'm sitting here like, no, more.
Now connected to
More!
phone.
Give me more. That was the priority of the male. How long is the position? Ooh wee. What time is it? Ooh, okay. All right, Most High, I'll be obedient. He said, stop right there. I want to keep going. So that was the priority of the man. On the third day, Tuesday, we would go into the male's position. This is so good, y'all. This is so good. I know sometimes we got to hear some harsh things, but the harsh things is what's going to straighten us out in relationships. Thank you, kings. I honor you. I honor you, kings. Just go with Yah's purpose. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Most High Yah's purpose that will prevail.
I should ever leave and wanna come home, please don't close the door on me. If I should go astray, I know your love comes someday. If I should ever leave,
So good. So good.
I should go astray.
Bless your name, Yah.
If I should ever leave,
Don't close your door.
I should go astray.
And I know your love. I know your love. Bless your name.
If I should ever leave,
So good.
I should go astray.
If I should go, I know your love. If I should, I know your love. I know your love. Oh, if I should. So good.
If I go astray, if I
Sound the chauffeur. Emily. Oh, if I ever leave. Oh, please don't close your door on me and mortify. I know your love will bring me home someday. If I should, I wanna come home. I wanna come home. If I should go astray, I hear your love calling. Come back home. Come back home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Woo-wee! So good. So good. So good. Y'all know I wanted to keep going. You know I wanted to keep going. Oh, it's so good. Bless you, King Reynard, for your obedience to the Most High Yah. Bless you for your obedience. All I can say, King Reynard, is just keep seeking the Most High Yah. I'm trying to tell you, he is a rewarder to them that diligently seek him. Come on, Queen Doreen. That was powerful. Queen Adrian. My. That was so good. That was so good. I did not want to stop. So that was the priority of man. Wow. Nobody taught us. Nobody taught us. We did not have relationship classes in the church. Y'all had one? I'll wait. How many of y'all had relationship classes in the church? We did not. But we had a lot of divorces in the church. We need a foundation. We had no foundation in our families. We were just saying, I do, and experimenting. Because if you don't know a purpose of a thing, you're just experimenting. You're just experimenting. You're just experimenting. We're going to come out this relationship series better, stronger, and wiser. We're going to be so strong after this relationship series. I'm thankful. You know, I'm so thankful. You right, Queen Doreen. Nope. And they still have divorces in these churches still. Nobody taught us. Nobody taught us how to be a husband. Nobody taught us how to be a wife. Nobody taught us how to raise kids. We just was like, I do. We're going to live happily ever after. We just going to live happily ever after. We was the ever after part. King Stefan said the church counseled. They did. But in those counseling sessions, when they knew things wasn't right, they still married us. Hey, I'm a witness. I was counseled. And every time we came, the pastor would tell us, nope, y'all not ready for marriage. Everything you're talking about is a divorce. He would say, Jeanette, you can't marry this man because it's going to end up in divorce. So I just kept setting the, okay, see you next week, pastor. Came back the following week. And the pastor was like, Jeanette, you are not still trying to get counsel. You guys are not meant to be married. Oh, he said, okay, well, come on in. You already set the schedule. I'm going to just sit down and talk to y'all. So he sat there and he talked to us. Now, the counseling session to get married at the church I was at the time was only supposed to be like 3-4 sessions. It was a year later and I was still coming. And so basically my pastor just kind of threw up his hands and was like, okay, well then, if you just want to marry him because you love him, hopefully your love will keep y'all together. But I'm trying to tell you. So he married us. He married us. And 8 months later, we were divorced. So even going through counseling, I'm a witness in these churches. They still don't give you the tools for relationships based off the word and the Most High Yah's purpose and what the Most High Yah has purposed us. We had no foundation. No. So I'm just saying, I'm thankful to the Most High Yah for teaching us now, Queen Doreen. I am thankful, Queen Adrian, that the Most High Yah is teaching us. Because it's not too late. It is not too late. No, it's not. It is not too late. And I'm thankful to the Most High Yah that he is giving us these classes now. I am thankful. So when we talk about relationships, and if you're not keeping the Most High Yah first, it's not going to last anyway. Good morning, Miss Tammy. It's not going to last anyway. So we have to really get an understanding of relationships. Aren't y'all glad? Man, we must be very special. I'm like David right now. Who is man that the Most High Yah is so mindful of us? Who is man? He loves us on 5 a.m. prayer because he's teaching us about relationships. I am so excited. I've been having people like text me and say, hey, can you bundle this in a series? Can you put it on a CD, like the purpose and power of the woman? Can you package that? And then when you get finished with understanding the purpose and power of man, can you package that? I'm like, we're going to have to do that. She was like, because I would love to just have this on a series and it just plays and I can listen to the whole series on the woman and then I can listen to the whole series on the man. And then as we go further into the family, into singleness and married, single, divorced, separated, when we go through all that, I need some tools. It's important to have tools. It's important to have the knowledge of the Most High Yah. It's so important. So I am so thankful. So bless you guys. Shabbat Shalom. Queen Doreen, Queen Adrian, Queen Evelyn, Queen Regina, Queen Gina, Queen Katina. I got all them Tinas in a row. King Stefan, King Reynard. I am thankful. Queen Isha. I saw my sister Isha in here. Queen Isha. I'm just thankful. So thankful. All right, y'all. So don't forget tomorrow, 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we continue with unmasking the spirit of Jezebel. And man, that thing is getting deeper and deeper. And you beginning to recognize some things in yourself. Manipulator, deceiver. I see you. So we're going to continue unmasking the spirit of Jezebel. But I love sitting down, and I'm so honored that the Most High Yah would choose me to teach the kings on 5 a.m. prayer. I'm honored. I am so honored because I'm like, we're going to get a male speaker to come in and teach the men. He was like, excuse me, the male speaker is on the inside.
Wow.
The male speaker is on the inside, Dr. J. And I'm using you to speak to the men on 5 a.m. prayer. That's your assignment. Remember, the man, he has a priority. He has an assignment. Yeah. He has a position. Yeah. So thank you, Most High Yah, for choosing me. Thank you for choosing me. So may the Most High Yah bless you and keep you. May the Most High Yah make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Most High Yah lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So get to the Blogspot, get to Facebook, get to YouTube. It will encourage you. If this is your first time on 5 a.m. prayer, please hit the subscribe button. Hit subscribe and you'll get notifications when we're on doing this teaching. And we're going to continue next week and go deeper and deeper into the purpose and power of the man. Understanding the purpose and power of the man. I love you, love you, love you. Oh, I love you. You know I love you. Bye now. So good. So good. Hey, beautiful.